Hello and welcome to the demo for our web exclusive collection from Two Red Robins Winter Warmers. And what I'm going to do today is show you a few different ways of using this really fun collection to create really festive feel to collections you may have previously seen. It's a lovely little add-on pack. Here in front of me I have a tent-fold card design. I've just chosen anything, so I've just gone into our corridor, looked at what we have left from shows, and I've grabbed a few different characters who you may be familiar with to create this design with. What I've got is that tenfold card design and a piece of red cardstock for the mats and layers. So using our finger lift tape onto the back here, I'm just burnishing that down so we get a nice stick and adhesion between the layers. It's still going to play me up a little bit, which is fine because I can just encourage that off. And we can go ahead and stick that layer down in place. So taking part of the carrier sheet of the tape, just as a tab over the edge to create my mat layer, then peeling that away and flattening the rest into place. We can then go on. Oh, did you hear that? That was the whole tape coming off then. I think I've got some tape that doesn't want to play ball today, but that's fine. Do you know what? That happens. And the easiest way to do that is just run your finger and get it to work, to encourage it to work. Run that finger over till you're getting a little bit of tape onto the cardstock. You can then hold it in place as you remove the carrier sheet, then burnish the whole piece down, okay? Next up, next layer, I'm using one of our printouts. This is one of the downloads from one of the magazines, the Christmas magazine, issue number 3, I believe it was. So again, just encouraging that tape down. I think that tape might have been in my car on a hot day and it's just having a little moment. Same thing again. Didn't want to even rip that time, so let's try the other side and see whether I can get this card to stick in place. Oh, I should have probably tested this tape before we started filming, but you know what? I think it's important to show. Sometimes things go wrong and there are ways of fixing them. So just taking that other side, we've got that top down, stuck in place, removing both of those carrier sheets like so. So really just nice little thin edge around. I've chosen from the artwork this beautiful sort of pillar box red, nice burgundy colour there as my mat layer. So look to your artwork for inspiration, and that gives us a beautiful scene we can build a little snowy look card design on. So for this demonstration, I've got a whole host of different characters actually. Let me grab some of the donkeys just to show you. It could be donkeys that have escaped the field and they're at the bottom of the lane. I mean, what kind of story would that be? That would be one of the stories at Christmas that comes out every year. Do you remember the time when the donkeys escaped the field and they ended up down the lane at our house, all around the post box? But what was even more crazy about the donkeys escaping the field, they all had their winter warmers hats on. So what we can do is snip into, now we've given them to you as full hats and things, so you can adjust them to fit your characters. All you need to do is snip into the areas that would be in the background, so then they work onto the little characters' heads. So snipping around and like so. So now we can have that placed on Donkey. So now Donkey is wearing one of the wonderful winter warmer hats. And you see how festive that makes that whole card feel instantly. Same thing with the other designs. So we have got these wonderful nested Santa hats as well. So let's just look at the size of our Donkey, any one of them, and just think, okay, what kind of size hat would work? Perhaps, probably not the biggest ones there, but maybe one like that. Just a little jaunty angle on our donkey there. We have got scarves as well that we could put in the donkey on the background, make him feel all snuggly and cozy as well. So again, little options there. They also work beautifully on other characters. So I'm going to go through a different array of characters just to give you an idea of how these work together. So we've got our wonderful robins, a little pair of robins here, just like so at the end of the lane. Now, what are they going to be wearing? They could be wearing one of the bobble hats. You have different sizes of the bobble hat to find the hat that suits you. I mean, that's cute, isn't it? A little hat on our robin. Maybe the other robin wants to be wearing one of the scarves, but I think they'll end up tripping over that scarf. Should we look to the ear warmers maybe? I think that might be a good shout for this little robin. So again, we can cut into them and adjust them to make them work for us. So it could be that we just slip the ear warmers over, trim them free. You've got ear warmers on a robin and a little bobble hat on the other robin there. Maybe we want the big scarf on the one in the back. Let's just look at the size, see what works. You could have the other one at a jaunty angle as well. What if we wanted to create on, oh, here we go, look at this bunny, standing proud. So I'm covering up the post box to give you a better sense of perspective on this one. So here's our little bunny. He could have, oh, that one's a bit big. Look, that's coming down over his eyes. That's quite sweet, isn't it? Or maybe one of the bobble hats. Add a little jaunty angle there with his little ears. So he's cut into his, so his ears can poke out the top. Or maybe even, I've already trimmed into this one, ear warmers. So that's, you've got to go for bigger ear warmers on a bunny because obviously he's got his little bigger ears to be mindful of. But I think he's going to look rather natty in a little scarf as well. So you've got the options on that. But let's look to maybe our wonderful little doggy Holly here. She's from a Christmas visit, but let's give her a really lovely little Christmas twist. So maybe Holly is going to be wearing, oh, I love that. Look, oh, you've got one little ear sticking out and one little ear inside the little hat there. So I've trimmed away the inside of the hat and just nestled that on. And then I do think maybe we need to adjust the scarf so that sits on Holly as well. So maybe if we take away the inside, let's have a look how that sits. And it might be we just need to adjust that a little bit more. With a little bit of clever cutting, we can get Holly to wear this wonderful little scarf as well. So that's just the inside cutaway. And if we offer it up, you see how it doesn't quite fit because you've got that idea of this coming around the front. Two ways we can fix that. We could have it placed like so and then have Holly decoupaged up with her little face. Or we could just come in and trim. You've got plenty of cut line details here to follow. Just trim away the edges. So you're making it less sculpted off to one side. So now it looks like her fur's coming over. And we repeat that process on the other side. Now Holly's wearing a little scarf as well. I love that. I think that's so, so cute. So let's go ahead and stick Holly in place with her scarf on. So let's just give her a little bit of shaping. Let's look for our pin flare glue gel. So we're building a little bit of height into this. A little bit of glue gel on the base there and also looped over on her little head and have her sat very inquisitive. She's saying, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Well, Holly, we're just decorating you with our winter warmers here. Tweezers, again, shape that hat. Tweezers do make it easier to be able to position just like so, a little bit more hands-free. And as we've shaped, let's add in a little bit of glue gel there too. So let's just drop that hat around and then we're just going to angle it so it's sitting and covering her ear on the other side. That is super cute. And then I'm looking for the scarf that I've put down. Obviously somewhere very, very safe because it's on the artwork there. And let's just give that a bit of shaping too. Make it feel all ruffled and nice and cozy and snuggled in as well. Oh my goodness, this gets me excited for the months coming up. I do love it when it's snowy outside and when you're tucked up indoors in all the warm. So here we have Holly dressed in her beautiful, beautiful scarf. Let's just grab a couple of die cuts from that Christmas visit collection, the little greenery, because rather than have her just sort of plonked in the foreground, we want to nestle her in, make her feel like she's part of the scenery. So just shaping a few little sprigs of the mistletoe, lifting her and just twisting and turning that until we sit within the confines of the card. We can go in with a few sprigs as well on the other side, just giving it that Christmassy tone. Remember, this wonderful little collection of winter warmers where we're using the hat, we're using the scarves, you've seen how we can utilise the earmuffs and things like that, just giving you the option there, then allows you to go in and play around just with a few little grounding devices, just make it feel like Holly is really sitting there within the overall feel. Little sprig of maybe juniper here where you've got the berries on the twig that then sort, fits in with the whole winter warmer, beautiful red colourway that we have, just lifting and tucking her behind. Let's just go in with another sprig on the other side just to even that design up. So one of the plain sprigs like so, a little bit of the beautiful little pin flare behind, just lifting and tucking, making sure that all works together. There we go. And okay, just taking time to look at that. We need a little bit of something on this side just to ground the whole design together. Do you know what? That is perfectly sized if we trim that down just around the edge of the piece there to come over the front of Holly's paws, just to nestle her in and make her sit within the overall feel of the card design, like so. So our little Holly decorated with her little hat, really clean and simple card design, nestled into a little landscape like so, but just a little way of showing you how you can use those wonderful winter warmers to give you that wonderful festive vibe to any number of your characters from 2 Red Robins collections. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I look forward to bringing you more demos very soon. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button, subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and click the bell icon to receive notifications of all of our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.